Hi, I'm Beckett from Courtside Sports, and today we're going to take a look at the Yonex EZONE Tour. So I was super excited about this release because I absolutely loved the standard EZONE 98. But I really was looking for a little bit more weight out of that one, and this is where Yonex is really delivering. So I love here they're definitely listening to kind of customer feedback and responding with this tour offering. So let's get right into the little changes that Yonex made between the tour and the normal 98. So first of all, we're getting that classic static weight bump from a 305 up to a 315. The balance is a bit more head heavy as well, going from a 315 millimeter balance point up to a 320. Now, Yonex claims that the layup of graphite is a bit softer. In the RA stiffness test we performed, we didn't really see a difference. So let's get right into the scores to figure out how these changes affected this racket. So first up we have power, and I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. So not as high as you may expect, because usually that extra weight translates pretty easily to more power. But there's a pretty modest swing weight increase with only about a 10-point swing weight increase. Now that's seems like a lot, but compared to other rackets in that 315 range, like the Speed Pro, are above 330 swing weight, and they're at 310 gram mark. So I think that extra swing weight would have made a big difference in power, but that lower power does make sure the tour stays control oriented. So next up we have spin. Now spin is also something that is often affected by weight. With heavier rackets you should theoretically have more spin potential, but it becomes harder to access it as you sometimes lose swing speed. So here with this model I lost a lot of swing speed, which did hurt the spin for me. So it's a 7. So it's still a definitely accessible spin. Like the last EZONE had great spin, but here I had a hard time accelerating through my shots and generating a lot of topspin. On the other hand, the slices were awesome. If you have that kind of more linear stroke in the forehand, the backhand, this racket becomes a lot more controllable and usable just with the way the weight is distributed in this frame. So it definitely feels like it's centered around the throat. So with stability, this was probably the category I really was expecting a lot more out of, especially given that the standard 305 was a super stable racket for its weight. This one doesn't feel like the stability has changed that much, which speaks great volumes to what a great beam design the Yonex EZONE is. But because that weight was really centered around the throat, you're not getting huge increase in stability. On the volley, the racket definitely feels solid. It's super solid here, like it's stable as a rock on the volley, but I would have liked more of that stability when it comes to like a big serve return. Now feel is definitely where I love this racket the best. So to me, the EZONE rackets offer some of the best feel on the market. They feel so stable, so solid. Like you don't get a lot of that additional buzzing that sometimes you get with rackets of similar or even higher stiffnesses as this one. It's always been super comfortable for me as well, and that added weight in the throat just adds to that comfort. More mass is going to absorb more shock, make it more user-friendly for you. It still feels responsive, which is something I really like. So you get that great feedback. If you hit it off center, you kind of know what went wrong in your stroke, and that's something I really like. So overall, I think this is a great one to look at if you really felt that standard EZONE needed a little bit more weight. If you have more of a linear swing, so my swing, especially on my forehand, is pretty vertical, but my backhand is a little bit more straight through, this is great. That kind of mass in the throat really helps. If you're a player that likes to approach the net, this is going to be great too, because it's really great for those transition shots like slicing and then finishing off with a volley. If you have any questions about this racket, you want to compare it to anything else, maybe the Gravity Pro, the Speed Pro, or even some of the Wilson blades that have higher swing weights, definitely leave a comment down below. Follow us on Instagram at Courtside Sports, and of course check us out at our website courtsidesports.com. We got tons of new stuff in. Subscribe to the channel for more tennis content. Thanks for watching.